The Cincinnati Bengals drafted Joe Burrow as the #1 pick, and if you have them in your CFM, then it's a good start to your franchise. But I'm going to go over some other moves and some other things that you may want to consider if you have the Bengals in Madden NFL 21 franchise mode. We'll talk about it. Let's go. All right, guys, so before we take a look at the roster, we want to just remind you, make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below, as I will pick 3 random comments from the comment section below to go into a free drawing for a free copy of Madden NFL 21. Now, as we take a look at the Bengals, we're going to start with their roster, and we're going to start with the rookies. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rookie that we think will make an impact immediately. And of course, the first one is the #1 overall draft pick, Joe Burrow. Now, these ratings are updated as EA has revealed the QB ratings and the wide receiver ratings for Madden NFL 21 already on their website. That link will be in the description below as well. But as we take a look at the 6'4", 221-pound rookie quarterback out of LSU, we take a look, and one of the things that we see is this guy is very accurate. So I feel like if you have the Bengals in a franchise, you're solidified at quarterback. You should not have to look at another quarterback. This guy is going to be really good, and I'm not sure, he's probably going to not start off at a normal, so he might start off as a star. It really doesn't tell you what development trait they have, but I think he's at least a star, and we'll see once the game comes out. But as you can see, he has good throwing power, good deep accuracy, good mid accuracy, great short accuracy as a rookie. But the one thing I want to stress is that he has 83 speed, so he's going to be elusive enough to get outside the pocket, be able to hit those throws on the run, be able to maneuver a little bit, buy some time. So don't sleep on Joe Burrow as somebody that you can get outside the pocket with. Now, he's not going to scramble like Lamar Jackson or anything like that, but I think his speed does offer some kind of wiggle room, especially you're going to be running for your life because this offensive line is not that good. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second draft pick that the Bengals got, and that was T. Higgins. Now, these ratings don't really represent T. Higgins, as this roster file that I downloaded was not updated with the rookie wide receivers. But as you can see, 6'4", 215-pound rookie out of Clemson. And I will tell you that his speed is an 87, not an 89. His acceleration is an 86. His catch is an 82. So those are some of the things that are not reflected here because this was not updated. And I think one of the other things is that his catch in traffic is an 82 as well. So his catch is an 82, his catch in traffic is an 82. So we'll have to monitor that. Other than that, I think T. Higgins is definitely somebody that you can build around, especially if you go with our suggestion of trading your top wide receiver, AJ Green. But we'll get into that in a few. Let's just go ahead and go through the rest of this roster and just see where this team is at overall, because this is, I want to say this is a young team, but it definitely has a lot of holes. So let's go ahead and take a look at the roster. As we see, I think you're solidified at quarterback. I think you definitely have enough running backs, and we'll talk about maybe some of the trades and cuts that you do here in a little bit. Wide receiver, again, you have AJ Green, who's declining. He's already 31. You have T. Boyd. You have Ross, who's a speedster, but then I think you add Higgins and you move him up to maybe the third wide receiver or maybe the second wide receiver and keep Ross in the slot. Might be what you do at tight end. You have some young tight ends with some good speed. This is where I think the Bengals are going to hurt. Their offensive line is really not that good. You really don't have any depth there as well. You only have one guy in the 70s, so you're really going to struggle protecting Joe Burrow, and I think that's why it's important that Joe Burrow has that speed. But I think you definitely want to consider trading some people in order to get some more offensive line help. You have good defensive line with Atkins and Dunlap. Then for linebackers, I think you're probably going to struggle a little bit with your linebacking core. As you can see, you do have some good speedy linebackers, 85, 83 speed, and then right outside linebacker, 88 speed for Akeem Davis-Gaither. For cornerback, you got William Jackson, Trey Waynes, both speedsters, 93, 94 speed respectively. Then you have some other guys that are pretty fast as well. So the only thing that I think hurts is your man in zone. As you can see, Trey Waynes only has mid-70 man in zone, so you might want to try to get that up, but he's already in his 4th year. So drafting probably your first draft in your franchise, probably want to look at corner. Free safety, you have Jesse Bates III, who I really like. 89 speed. I think he's definitely somebody I think you can take a look at developing. And then you have Von Bell. So let's go ahead and take a look at who we think you should trade. Now, my guy B Parks puts together these cuts and trades, and you'll find them in the description below. But we'll be giving out franchise tips all year long to help you along the way. So the first person that we suggest that you trade is Giovanni Bernard. I mean, you can use him for the first year and trade him in year 2 for value, but I think he's young enough. I actually would trade him in the first year and just use Joe Mixon and maybe P. Ryan. But if you want to keep Giovanni Bernard for 1 year and then trade him, I think you'll be good there as well. The second person we want to take a look at is AJ Green, 31 years old. He's declining. He's on the decline. I don't know how long he's going to be able to keep this 90+ speed rating. I think probably this last year. But you have some speedsters in Ross, and then you just drafted T. Higgins. So definitely 2 guys that can move up and be more productive in your offense. But I mean, AJ Green is a 6'4", 210 body that's out there on the outside. The third person we want to take a look at is the left end, Carlos Dunlap. Again, an older person. You got to also think about the salaries when it comes to these teams as well. And if you trade these guys or release these guys, then you're going to free up some salary cap as well. So you have Hubbard and Carl Lawson as kind of backups to him. So if you want to get rid of Dunlap and then put Hubbard, in that left end spot, or move Hubbard up into the right end and put Lawson in that left end spot, I think you'll be good. You can use them for a year and trade them in the offseason or year 2. That's where you'll get your best value. And then the last person we want to take a look at is Gino Atkins. Again, 31 years old. He's getting old. He's not getting any younger. But I think you have enough, you have DJ Reader, who can also go in there and solidify. Again, look at the amount of money that these guys are making. So if you trade them, that's money off of your salary cap. And we all know when it comes to CFM, having a sustainable salary cap and being able to get free agents and dumping guys that cost a lot of money, even though they may be still good, it has proven to be the best method to make sure that your franchise over the long run is successful. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the guys that we want to focus our training on. So here, I think is no doubt, I think you focus on Joe Burrow and T. Higgins, especially if you feel like you're going to trade AJ Green. Joe Burrow is the future. I think there's no question there. T. Higgins, again, I think is someone that you definitely put to develop, because I don't think AJ Green is going to last you for long. Also, the third person I would pick is Jesse Bates. He's already a star potential He's a young guy, and he's going to head up that secondary of yours. So I believe Jesse Bates is definitely somebody that you should definitely take a look at. So guys, I think that pretty much covers it. Remember, down below in the description below, we have a list of cuts, trades that you should definitely consider. So guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel, stick that notification bell so you know when we put out a new video. Also want to make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below so you can be eligible to win a free copy of Madden NFL 21. You can leave any comment, guys. It doesn't have to be, you know, what team that you want to see next, but I really would love to know, what do you think about this breakdown? What do you think the Bengals are going to do in real life? In my opinion, I think they're going to go 6-10. I actually may be hard pressed to see them get to 6 wins. I just think that offensive line is going to be bad, and I don't think it's going to be able to protect Joe Burrow the way that he's used to being protected in college. And I know he has the speed and the mobility to get outside and maybe elude some tackles, and he definitely has the IQ, but I just don't think he has seen the level of pass rush that he's going to see, especially with that offensive line. So guys, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. It's your dude Shop. I'm out. Peace.